everyone, my name's Jo and welcome to my YouTube channel. Perhaps it's your first visit, maybe you're a new beader. Then today's little project is perfect for you because it's simple and it's really quick to make. I have called them my Wish Upon a Star earrings, so that just gives you an idea of the size of them. They are super cute and really easy to make. Not many materials needed and very little time for seed bead work. But because we've had a bit of an iffy full year, we're now into a new year, it's 2021, and things are still looking pretty awful. I'm going to do this one a little bit differently. As I said, I've called them my Wish Upon a Star earrings, so I'm going to make it into a competition. Obviously, I want you to have a go and maybe make a pair for your friends or your child's teacher or someone who's a key worker who's been pulling out all the stops to get food to you on a weekly basis. A little pair of Wish Upon a Star earrings are the perfect gift for somebody. But, as I said, I'm making this into a competition. So what do you have to do? A winner will be chosen at random to win a pair of these earrings. In fact, there will be 2 winners because there are 2 pairs of Wish Upon a Star earrings. And in order to win them, A, you need to have watched this tutorial. You need to give me a thumbs up maybe and a little comment. Find my post that's pinned to the top of my Facebook page. Now, my Facebook page, the details are in the description. You might have to click that little button that says show me more, but you will find my Facebook page, Jo Barclay Loggie Handmade Jewelry. The post that is pinned to the top of the page to do with my Wish Upon a Star earrings. You need to like that post and comment on it so I know that you've been there, and a share would be really welcome. Let's try and get this little tutorial and lots of stars out and many wishes being made. So find my Facebook page, like the post that's pinned to the top to do with my stars, comment and a little share, and your name will go into the draw to be randomly drawn. The end of the competition is the 22nd of January 2021, and the winner will be chosen that weekend, the 23rd, 24th, and your little Wish Upon a Star earrings will be in the post to you. Right, let's get going. Right, what do we need to make these little Wish Upon a Star earrings? So I've got 2 sizes of seed beads here. I've got size 8 and size 11. They're the same color and it's a new bead for me this time. It's a Preciosa make and it's a beautiful matte metallic gold. It gives it a real vintagey kind of feel. So that's an 8 and an 11. Again, I'll pop the colors in the description for you to have a look at. You need 2 little DiscDuos. So these are round beads that are flat. They're the same front and back, but they are double drilled. They have 2 holes. So if I just grab my needle there and I pop this through, that's 1 hole on the right and there's another hole on the left there. So they are double drilled, and you need 2 shepherd hooks or ear wires, some beading thread. Now I tend to go with a 6-pound fire line, either in the crystal white or the black satin, depending on the color of beads I'm using. So this time I've got the crystal, which is the white. I've got a size 10 beading needle, and I always use my size 10 because it's got the biggest eye for threading when your eyesight isn't as great as it used to be. And I've got a thread zapper, which is going to end off my threads, but you might have some scissors or something like that. So that's everything that we need to make our Wish Upon a Star earring. Right, so it's super quick, really easy to make, and as I said in the intro, a fabulous gift to give to somebody. So you're going to thread 1/2 meter of your chosen thread onto your needle, and you're going to pop the needle up through one of the holes. So I'm on the right hand side there. I'm leaving a tiny little tail, 5 centimeters, just so that I can tie that off partway through my design so that nothing falls apart. And I'm going to start by picking up 4 of my size 11 seed beads. This is round 1, which is going to surround the DiscDuo. So I've got 4 and I'm passing back through the same hole. Thread was exiting from the top of the hole and I'm passing back through that bead from the base to the top. And pull your thread through and you'll see those 4 little 11s just sit on the side there. I'm then going to pass down through the hole on the left hand side. And again, I'm going to pick up another 4 of my size 11 seed beads. And I'm going to pass back down through that hole from the top to the bottom. So I've got 4 either side at the moment. And at this stage, I'm going to tie my tail thread to my working thread just so that it's secure. And I'm going to do that with a normal overhand knot. So pulling tight. And then I'm going to finish it with a surgeon's knot, which is you do a normal through the loop once and through the loop a second time and pull your threads nice and tight. Right, so if your knot has landed up in the middle, in between those 2 holes at the base, you're now going to just pick up 2. If you manage to get your knot slid right over to one side, you're going to pick up 4, because in these gaps here, top and bottom, we're going to add 4. But my knot has landed up in the center, so I'm going to pick up 2 this time and pass through all 4 seed beads that are on the right of my DiscDuos. So I've gone through there and I've got to come through one more. I'm now at the gap that's at the top and I'm going to pick up 4 of my 11s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to pass through all 4 seed beads that are down the left of my DiscDuos. So I've gone through 2. And the last 2. And I've still got this little gap because I only picked up 2 to start with. So I'm going to pick up another 2. And in order to close the gap, I need to go beyond the 2 I added initially and up round the other side. You could pass the whole way round the circle again just to get that neat ring of seed beads around your DiscDuos. So that's all fine, and I can now get rid of this little tail because it's just going to get in the way. So I'm going to use my thread zapper. There we go. So that's round 1 complete. We now move on to round 2 where we're going to do circular peyote. So we're going to pick up a bead, pick up a size 11 seed bead. Our thread is exiting this one. We're going to skip over the next bead and pass through the next one. So this one that we've just added becomes a sticky outie. You can see it sticks out on its own there. And I'm going to pick up another bead. The thread is exiting this bead where my needle is. I'm going to skip over the following one and go through the next one. So this is peyote, where you pick up a bead, skip over a bead and go through the next one. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do that the whole way around the circle. Pick up a bead, skip over a bead, go through a bead, pick up a bead, skip over a bead, go through a bead. And in that first round, we added 4 beads 4 times. So we had a total of 16 beads. And in the second round, we will have added 8. So half the number. So I've got 5 so far. Pick up a bead, skip over a bead, go through a bead. And the sticky outy ones are the ones we're going to be using in round 3. So this is round 2. Pick up a bead, skip over a bead, go through a bead. And one more. Pick up a bead, skip over a bead, and we're now going through the very first bead that we started from. So through that bead, and we're going to step up to the first sticky outy. So we're stepping up, which means without picking up any beads, we're going to pass through the first bead we added in round 2. So there we have round 1 and round 2 complete. Now round 3 is where our 8s come into play, and we're going to link all the sticky outy beads together by picking up 1 11, 1 8 and 1 11 and passing through the next sticky outy bead. But what you want to do is you want to get these beads that you're adding in round 3 to form a little triangle. So there's the first one, an 11, an 8 and 11, and we're going to pass through the next sticky outy bead. And again, if your beads aren't sitting in a little triangle, if you just pull the 8 separate to the top, forming a peak, and then pull your beads down, you'll see that they form a little triangle on the side. So that's what you're going to do the whole way around, connecting all those sticky outy beads together. So an 11, an 8 and 11 through the next sticky outy. And again, if you need to manipulate the beads a bit again, just pull that 8 so that it's forming the peak of your triangle, and then pull your thread in tight again. And there you've got your next little point. So I'm going to do that the whole way around. 11, 8, 11 through the sticky outy to form a little triangle, and I'll come back to you. Right, just because the last little triangle to add or pointer can be quite tricky. So I've just come through the second to last sticky outy bead. I'm going to pick up an 11, an 8 and 11, and I need to pass through the first sticky outy bead that I added. So if we're adding an 11, an 8 and 11 in between each sticky outy, I need to go through the 11 that's just before that first little triangle of beads. So there we go. We have our little star, and it's all been done quite simply and quickly. And it's the first of our little wish upon a stars. We're obviously going to be making 2, but before we end this off, we're going to connect the ear wire. So I'm going to go up through the next pointer. It's like I'm stepping up again, and I'm going to exit the first 8. And then I'm going to pick up 2 of my size 11 seed beads. I'm going to let them drop down, and I'm going to come through the hook of my shepherd's hook where it's going to be attached. This is an open one, so I need to be a bit more careful. If I face it this way, that'll do the trick. I'm going to hold that in place, and I'm going to pass my needle back through the 11 that is closest to that shepherd's hook, and I'm just going to hold everything in place for now because, as I say, that shepherd's hook is not sealed. Right, there we go. I'm going to pick up one more size 11, and I'm going to pass the needle back through that 8 from the opposite side. So we came out on the left hand side, we added 2 beads through the shepherd's hook and back through that bead closest to the shepherd's hook, and now I'm adding 1 and going through the 8 from the opposite side, and I'm going to pull that tight, and you'll see that your shepherd's hook is attached to the top just like that. Now what you should do is go through everything again, the attachment beads, so through those 2, back over your ear wire and through that one that's closest to the ear wire again. This is just securing it, reinforcing it, through the little 11 on the side and back through the 8, all in the same direction that you initially went through the beads. So pull that through. Now I'm ready to finish off my thread, so I'm going to come down through 2 11s because it's one that was on the side of the 8 and then down through one that was originally a sticky outy bead in round 2. And then I'm going to come back up through 1. I'm making my way to the next point. And this is where I'm going to end off my thread. And I'm going to end it off with a double half hitch knot. So I'm going under the thread bridge that is formed between the 11 and the 8. You form a loop with your thread and take the needle through the loop and pull tight. that's a half hitch, but to make it really secure, we're going to do a double half. So under the thread bridge, form a loop, take your needle through the loop and pull tight, and that's a double half hitch. And then I'm going to pass that knot, well, I'm going to pass the needle through the size 8 bead, but that pulls the knot into the bead. And then when I snip this thread off here, I'm not going to snip through my knot and undo my work. So there you have your little Wish Upon a Star earrings, all completed and done. And just a fabulous little gift to give to somebody who's been having a hard time recently. And don't forget the competition on my Facebook page. Everything you need to do, follow the page, like the post, put a little comment, possibly even share it for me, get the word out there. And then on the 22nd of January 2021, which is on a Friday, the competition will close and the winner will be chosen at random that following weekend, the 23rd and 24th. So thank you so much for watching this super quick, super easy tutorial. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.